Regardless of how the White Sox do, Ozzie Guillen's a winner and always fun to talk to when he joins us on the Signature Bank Score Hotline. Signature Bank, making commercial banking personal. Good morning, Ozzie. How are you?
Hey guys, very well. How you guys doing?
Good.
Ready for the winter? Oh my God, it's just. You know what? I never thought. I don't know anything about baseball because you talk about being in the season. I never bet in my life. I never did. And I double off where they start playing against the Guardians, and everything went down south. Down south. It's sad, upset. It's just every feeling you can go through it is in me right now.
Are they? I mean, if I felt, Ozzie, that they were playing for a draft pick, I'd be like, oh, well, that's clever. But I think they're trying. I mean, I don't know that they're trying to win, but this is unwatchable. That last night, to have 10 strikeouts against a pitcher, all 10 of them third strike swinging, just tells you this team is just beyond dead-arsed.
You know, it's funny. We talk about Tony La Russa, and meanwhile, sit down and start thinking about Tony La Russa here. Obviously, no manager the way we thought he was going to do. But in the meanwhile, offense, when you know how offense, you cannot manage it at all. And offense, when you build this ball club, with offense. It's a powerhouse. And wow, you know what's funny? Because some people have to pay to watch. I get paid to watch, and I still get upset.
You know,
it's just so confused. And I had to watch every game by details. I had to see what Cairo said every at bat, and see like a soap opera. Every night is the same. Every night is the same attitude, same way. I don't know, those guys just pack it in, and I know the next 8 games is the hardest one. But they had to pay for 2 reasons. I said last night in the show, they had to pay. Hopefully they don't finish third, and hopefully they finish over 500. But in the meanwhile, people still watch them. They still can pay about it. You know what I mean? It's just so many things. Because I went through it. I went through as a player, through as a manager, through as a coach. When you, obviously before when I was doing it, they don't pick up the win. But it's so disappointing for every different way. Everywhere you look at it, it's so disappointing by everything.
Ozzie, so we expect changes. We don't know how severe they will be, but we expect changes after a season like this. We expect there maybe to be a different manager next year. The speculation will include your name. How will you handle it when your name comes up in speculation about the next manager of the White Sox? How should we handle it when it comes up?
Well, it's funny. First of all, I got to go to my family as of how they're going to deal with this, because managing any ball club is not easy on the field and off the field. You know what I mean? I say we got to talk to my family. If they disagree, then we see something out. If they agree, I think this ball club reminds me a little bit about 2004. I don't know why. They have unbelievable talent, but they don't know how to win. And I think, you know what, I always make a big deal. Say, okay, if you hard on the players, you're too hard on players. If you too soft on the players take advantage of you. It's just something right now, nowadays, it's just very hard to manage it. But in the meanwhile, can I handle it? Of course, yes. Of course I can handle it. You know what I mean? Because I know, first of all, when you get that job, you don't get that job to make friends. That's one thing. When you win, everybody's your friend. When you lose, they hate each other in the clubhouse. Everybody hates each other, and that's a fact. But you know what I mean? When you managing type of players like Kyle Everett, AJ and Brzezinski, Luca Hernandez, Freddie Garcia, you know, those guys are tough, real tough, not talk tough, real tough. They can go to your office and just screaming to you and be man to man to you. And I don't see anybody with the White Sox with that type. Maybe one guy tied the temper, but it just, you have to let them know what you want, exactly what we should do from the beginning. Don't start, let's talk to them in June, July. No, spring training, first day, first meeting, boom. That's the way we're going to do it. You like it, good. You don't like it, call them from office, call your agent, because that's the way we're going to play here. And I don't see that in the last 3 or 4 years with the White Sox. Believe me, I'm not in the clubhouse. I cannot say anything about what they say inside, what they talk about it, how they prepare themselves. I cannot say that. But what we see on the field, it's sad because I know those guys got talent, and you have to get the best out of that talent. And I think they seem like they confused. Every bat is different. Approach of the play, throw to the wrong bases. You know what I mean? Another day we see down by 3 runs. He said he run. I said no way. Angle's hitting, running, and I looked down the dugout. Nobody said anything to like, okay, you can you explain to me what you was thinking or what you was doing, and all the little details. I can say that because I watched the game. We had different TV with different angles. I can see what the reaction at the club and in the dugout. I don't see anything. It's just like, okay, guys, let's go play and see what happens.
This segment with Ozzie Guillen is sponsored by Hearthside Realtors. For all of your real estate needs, visit hearthsiderealtors.com. Ozzie, I'm just curious, when you get to this point in the season, they announced yesterday that Tim Anderson is out. He's shutting it down. They've already shut down Luis Robert. Michael Kopech, I guess they didn't officially shut him down. They just said he's not going to pitch again, which is shutting him down. Would any of that happen if they were still in a division race? Is this a reaction, all these injuries, to the fact that currently the Sox are, I believe, 15th in Major League Baseball in terms of draft status?
Yes. It is still in the hunt. I think they will be playing. I don't know about TA because we don't know what TA can bring to the table. When you miss that many games, you don't know how you are coming back. But another 2 guys, yes, I think they will be playing. A couple might start one more time. I don't think it's necessary right now. Pantera, he was sore for 2 months, but he's still being lined up if this thing was different. Kudos to the White Sox. They say, you know what, we're not going anywhere. You guys shut down and wait for the next season, and that's what they did. And now Moncada get a foul ball in his legs. I guarantee you he's not playing today. But I think the White Sox did it the right way, did the right thing to the players, and hopefully they can come back next year and everybody. You know what's funny? I don't think injuries just happen to the White Sox. Everybody, Minnesota Twins got like 17 guys in the IL. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not. Don't feel sorry for the White Sox because injuries went to everywhere in baseball. It seemed like the White Sox was every other day they take somebody out of the field. But I hope they learn from that. I hope they prepare themselves better in the off season to prepare yourself better in spring training to play 160. Listen what I say. Play 162 games. Be ready for that, man. The fight is fighting. The fight is not this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. I think everybody, maybe people say Ozzie talk like that because my goal, I don't care if I hit 210, if I hit 2 home run, they might check my bat. But my goal was to be on the field every day. And I did the best I can. That's what I say. If you're not in the field, you're not going to produce. If you're not in the field, you're not going to help. And I think that's what the White Sox need to be thinking about next year. Not about the numbers, not about 40 home runs, not about this guy do this, if this guy do that, we will win. I think if those guys stay in the field, White Sox got a better chance. By the way, this offseason, the White Sox have to think with their brains, not with their heart. Some people want to, some people go to get hurt about moving people, trading people, release people. I think it's time for them to step it up. Look at the Guardians, what they did. Lindor, one of the best players in the game. We're going to trade you. What they bring, oh my God, the 2 little, young players in the game. And I think the White Sox got to look up to that and try to make this ball club more. It's a type of baseball player, more speed, make things more happening on the field because every time we hit a home run, we win. Every time we don't, we have a lot of problems.
So, Ozzie, that would require a very aggressive approach to this offseason, a very aggressive approach to turning over this roster. Do you have confidence in Rick Hahn in his ability to turn over a roster and a team that he helped put together, or do you expect big changes in the front office?
I wish I can say use changes in the front office. I don't know. I don't have the power or have the mentality to see change the front office. I know for a fact. I said that 2 months ago. Tony not coming back. Why? Because Tony had to worry about his health. Tony had to worry about his family. And I don't think Tony La Russa is going to prove anything to anybody. Tony La Russa is not going to say, look at who I am. I think Tony La Russa hurting his career more. He's a Hall of Fame now, dealing with this crazy thing every day, day in and day out. But in 2004, when I talked to Kenny about it, Kenny asked me about it, what you think we should need. And I told Kenny straight up, I said, Kenny, that's the reason you guys finished second behind Minnesota. Minnesota, they have less talent, but they have better team. And thank God Kenny went to do his way. Tremendous job. People can say whatever they say about Kenny Williams. They can say whatever I say, including myself. But Kenny's love to win. And Kenny went out and bring what we really need. And look at what happened. And I expect that happen this year. I cannot say anything about it because I'm not there. And I don't know how things work right now. But it had to be some change. Not because they have bad players. It's just because they have to make some change. How many years we've seen the same stuff in and out, and we don't go anywhere. And I think they should be, make them little bit, couple players, change couple players, and hopefully things work out for them because they have a lot of problems there, especially with DH Pat, Abreu signing, and it's not easy to deal with that. I guarantee you, it's not easy to deal with that. But they really, really have to make some change.
Yeah, I think they will. My fear, Ozzie, is that some of the change will. I mean, like I want Elvis Andrus back. I thought he played great. I think he could play second. I mean, Jose Abreu. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Andrew Vaughn. If he's going to play for them, he can't be in the outfield. I think they got to get rid of the DH outfield. I think maybe. Oscar Colas's time is coming. I don't know that, but I also worry about, Johnny Cueto. He's been a godsend for this team, but where is he at his age? I think there's a lot of really hard decisions as well as some obvious ones with other guys.
I think the biggest issue they're going to have on DH because you can see Sheets is DH.
Yeah.
Grandal is DH. Abreu, he will be DH. Jimenez is a DH. There's so many DHs out there in the ball club that make him very hard. One of those guys have to get traded. People like it or not, they hurt him. Sometimes when you make a trade or sign a player, you say, "Oh my God, we let this guy go. He might play better for another team. Good for them. I hope they do. But you don't have to worry about that. We trade Carlos Lee. Carlos Lee was amazing with Milwaukee Brewers, but we don't care about that. We care about what we're going to do in Chicago. If you guys got an MVP year somewhere else, God bless you. But sometimes when you make those trades, that's the one thing you think about it, and you worry about made it, and you don't think about, I don't care what the players do. I care about this team, what this team can do in the next summer.
Great stuff, Ozzie, as always. Thank you. Great catching up with you.
Thanks, Oz.
All right, guys. Take care, guys. Thank you.